Hello, and welcome to that grunge and prog metal show where we review albums that kick ass.
Okay, so today we're reviewing Steel Panther's Balls Out, and the album came out in 2010, didn't it?
11.
11. Okay. So it's 2011 release. It's their would be their second album, but I guess there's like 12 albums before, but they've changed their name and whatnot over the years. And these guys played Soundwave this year, and they were pretty damn sweet. So they probably like band of the festival. And yeah, here's Sly to give you some information on the band.
Well, in the band, we have Michael Starr on vocals, who is really awesome. We got Satchel, who was also in the Rob Halford band Fight after Judas Priest. Then we got Lexi Fox, who likes his name because Lexi rhymes with sexy and Fox rhymes with box, which is another name for pussy. And Michael basically told him if he sticks his dick in a dirty vagina, he can get an SUV. And then we got the drummer Stig Zadinia, who is an awesome drummer and just rules. And yeah, and this band is probably one of the bands that just dress up like 80 guys to make fun of the 80s glam metal, which is also known as LA gay metal.
Yeah, there's a good old term made by Dave Mustaine from Megadeth, even though he's a bit of a dick now. So yeah, look, this album personally, I guess for you and me, we were obviously introduced to it, obviously off the first album, Feel the Steel, which for me there was a few tracks that were good, and then there was kind of a few shaky tracks. I was like, oh, they haven't really honed their craft yet. But this album definitely, they've definitely honed their craft and whatnot. And yeah, so what did you kind of feel about the album itself?
Well, this album for me was a little less than Feel the Steel. With me, I like Feel the Steel the best because it had a track about my girlfriend, Fat Girl. But after I listened to it a bit more, I found that I started to like this album more.
Yeah, I guess the whole flow of this album works a little better. So we'll get into our top five, and we'll start with Eels.
Okay. Well, my number 5 is track 7 and track 12. Track 7 being Tomorrow Night, which is about him going to a party that's tomorrow night, and Critter, which is about treating a girl really bad. Hit her in the shitter, treat her like a critter. So yeah, it's a pretty good one. My number 4 track would be Why Can't You Trust Me, because it's just great because he's saying like, I did a little blow good off my back. It's not like I'm smoking crack, and that she blew Justin Bieber at the petting zoo. Number 3 for me is track 9. That's What Girls Are For, which is about, basically treating a girl bad and saying that they're only good for getting directions, giving me erections. And then my number 2 track is track 6, It Won't Suck Itself, which is about him getting beaten by a rattlesnake and his girl sucking his dick to get out. And yeah, it's really only one of the good songs with Chad Kruger in it.
It's Chad Kruger's best fucking song, and it's not even by Nickelback. So there you go. To all the Nickelback fans, fuck you guys.
Yeah, and then my number 1, Weenie Ride, is just fucking hilarious because it's about getting anal fucked, and he's like saying, "You can charge admission, baby, I don't mind." Yeah, so those are my top 5. Now we'll go with Hux's top 5, which is not as good as my top 5.
I think my top five is better than you did. Anyway, okay, so obviously mine track for his number one, which is Weenie Ride. Yeah, again, what he said, it's about going on a weenie ride. So some girls out there probably know what that is. My number 4 is track 4, 17 girls in a row. It's just fucking awesome. When you can get 17 chicks in a row, that's just fucking awesome. I don't know what that song's like, who wrote the song itself, but
Satchel wrote it.
well, Satchel did, yeah. There you go. My number 3, which is track 6, It Won't Suck Itself. Again, Chad Kruger's only good song about going to San Diego Zoo and getting bitten by a rattlesnake. So there you go.
They played a show in Panama.
No, that's what Nickelback were doing.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, because, apparently Nickelback can actually play shows. Who knew? Number 2 for me is If You Really, Really, Really Love Me. This is like the funniest fucking song on there besides what I'm going to give you for my, track 1, my top, my favorite track obviously off this album. But this is just awesome. The lines in this, forget the line. You know what the line is, the one with Tiger Woods and me.
Yeah, the line is apparently it's not uncommon for this kind of infidelity. It happens to a lot of guys like Tiger Woods and me.
It's just lines like that that just fucking stick in your head and stuff.
Also, the line I think it's like your parents say I'm too old for you because you're 19 and I'm 52.
Again, yeah, and this is Steel Panther just mocking 80s glam. And then you've got, my top favorite track of this is Just Like Tiger Woods. This is just amazing. The best intro riff and stuff. It kind of sounds a bit like Slash would play it, but it's just awesome, and it just makes this album for me, you know.
It would have made my top 5, but I just thought Weenie Ride's a better song than it. I mean, I don't know, but I still like the song.
Because you're too busy, like, wanting a weenie ride. Well, I just want to be like Tiger Woods. See, that's the difference between you and me.
No, dude. I want to give my girlfriend a weenie ride.
Right, keep telling yourself that. Anyway, look, this album for me, it flows really well from top to bottom. There's not too many really bad songs. I guess for both of us, the top 5 were kind of pretty hard to pick. So I'm going to give this album about a 4.5.
I'm giving this album, for me, a 5. It's 5, yeah.
And do you want to explain why you gave it a 5?
Because Steel Panther are fucking awesome.
Yeah, I would have given this album a 5, but I feel it's not quite up to classic album standard. But it's definitely the best thing that's probably come out of last year, and even this year. There's hasn't been too many brilliant, fantastic fucking albums. But
unless you count Mastodon, that album with Curl the Bell, but I haven't heard all of it yet. So when we hear all that album, we will probably review it.
Anyway, yeah, so subscribe, leave a comment on this video, thumbs up the video, comment down below, tell us what your favorite Steel Panther song is, and if you've seen Steel Panther, tell us what your favorite song that they played live for you guys was. So yeah.
Also, just letting you know, while we got you here, check out on YouTube Hollow Harmony, Whistleblower, and I Can't Sleep. They're a fucking awesome band. And also check out the porn sites that are also there.